this next video is going to be about pull-ups. There's a lot of guys out there that have the potential to be able to do more pull-ups than they can currently do just by making a couple of minor adjustments that will really enhance your performance. And that's why I have this program called Baseline Performance. With this program, you're able to master these techniques. Now, when I say that, you're like, okay, everybody says that. Yeah, there's 50,000 videos out there and everybody's the expert on how to do this stuff. All right, my background, I got 30 years of training people. All right, I trained thousands of guys for the Navy SEALs, divers, SWCC, EOD, and Air Rescue. All right, my max pull-ups, I won't even tell you because if I did, you wouldn't believe me. So I'll demonstrate some later. But for right now, let's go over a few basics when we're doing this stuff. The first thing I want to talk about with Baseline Performance for the pull-ups is your pauses. Have you ever seen somebody do pull-ups where they do set of 10 and they're trying to get to 15 and they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, nice and smooth, and all of a sudden they go to a dead hang and they take a pause and they're like, and then they try to get number 11 and they're like 11 and they can't get it. Well, what's the deal? You just went with a perfect 10 and now all of a sudden you can't get number 11? That's more mental than it is physical, and that's what we're going to talk about. Let's say we're going to climb 30 flights of stairs. So you're going to run up 30 flights of stairs, and each set of stairs has approximately 11 steps on it. And at the top of the 11 steps, you got a flat ground with a door. Now, if you're going to run up these steps, you don't have to stop at every stairwell. You're going to basically run up, and then when you start getting tired and you want to stop, are you going to stop on the stairs, on the 11 stairs, or are you going to make it to the next level before you stop? 99.9% of people say they're going to make it to the next level before they stop. So that is called a pause point. That is a calculated location or a calculated set of reps that you're going to get to before you take a pause. So on pull-ups, try doing it with a 2 count. And each 2 count is basically the same thing as a level of stairs with a flat area and a door. So you go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5. What number sticks in your head? Basically 5. But you did 10 reps. So when I'm doing 2 count, I basically go up and 1, up and 2. And when I get tired and I need to take a pause, I'll make it to the next increment of 2 to that pause point. I'll take a break. If I need to, I'll hang there, take a breath, whatever, and then I'll force out 2 more reps. So I always try to achieve my target of increments of 2 when I'm doing my pull-ups. Now, I had a guy doing push-ups the other day for his test. Oh my gosh, he did them perfect. He knocked out a set of 30 or 40, and then he started doing increments of 5. So he's getting tired, so he'd do 5, take a pause, like at his pause point, do another 5, take a pause, do another 5, take a pause. So each set of 5, each 5 count, he had a target that he was shooting for. He ended up getting, I think it was 82 for his push-ups, and every one of them were perfect, full range of motion. That's another video to come. Same thing works with pull-ups, sit-ups, any of the exercises that you're doing for high repetition. So that's pause points. Now in the pull-up, I'm going to demonstrate these in a second, but when I'm telling people to do their workouts, basically do palms facing away, palms facing you for your chin-ups. Palms facing away, do 2 variations. One, a normal grip, and the other is a close grip. Chin-ups, try to do them close, keep them in right around this area and on the inside of your shoulders. Never go way out here like this because that's bad on your elbows. If you ever hear anybody say do real wide push-ups or real wide pull-ups, that doesn't work. Look at leverage. Okay, right here. Here's leverage. Here's a 90-degree angle and a 90-degree angle. Watch. Does this area under my arm move at all as I go out? The answer is no. Basically what's changing is my leverage, the angle that I have right here. The further the leverage, the less power that you're going to get or strength you're going to be able to get out of that movement. Okay, so be aware of that also. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go out in a second. I'm going to show you how to master a basic pull-up. When you're doing these, most people what they do is they look up at the bar. You don't want to do that. You don't want to chicken neck and look up and reach with your chin. Mistake number 1. Number 2, they relax their legs and they let their legs flop. They look like CrossFitters, you know, who think they can do pull-ups, but basically what they're doing is they're doing a kip-up. And to them, that's normal, that's natural, that's their deal. But basically when you do that, you don't have a starting point and a stop point. To me, this is me personally, CrossFit's got some great stuff, but it's like running a mile and I only run a half mile and people go, how far did you run? Oh, a mile. Well, you only did 2 laps around a track. That's a half mile. Oh no, but I did it on a mile track, so that's a mile. That's just like here. How many pull-ups did you do? 30. Oh, really? You never got your chin up over the bar, and you never went down past here. So you never did full range of motion. You never did a complete rep. So to me, that's like running a half mile for a mile and calling it a mile. That's me personally. That's my thought. Now, on the pull-ups, what you're going to do? Full range of motion will get you a lot further. I see a lot of bodybuilders too. I was in the gym one day. I couldn't tell which one was a woman until I walked in front of her. I saw one of them was wearing a bra, but they were both had a dumbbell and were going like this, and that was their full range of motion for their curls. I'm like, okay, let's see them try to do a rope climb, or for the SEALs, a cave-in ladder. Not going to happen. So full range of motion. So on the pull-ups, what you're going to do, and I'm going to demonstrate this in a second. You're going to mount the bar, and you're going to point your toes downward, contract your abs. Engage your shoulders, contract your scapula, the muscles that run down the center of your back, by pulling your shoulder blades down and together. At the same time, you're thrusting up, elbows are going out, and when I get up here, I'm going to throw my elbows back as far as I can, looking straight over the bar, get my chin over the bar. For the test, for the Navy for the PST, you have to hit your Adam's apple right there. You got to hit your throat, okay? Hit your collarbone. I got guys that are coming all the way up to here. You grab the bar, and all in one motion, you point your toes, contract your abs, engage the shoulders, engage the scapula, thrust up as hard as you can, get your chin over the bar, and then fall back to the dead hang, and do a 2 count. So it's up and 1, up and 2. So remember to do that count. That'll help out too. So now, let's go outside, and I'll demonstrate these for you. Now, here's a demonstration for a pull-up. Again, when you're doing these for the chest, you're going to wrap your thumbs around the top of the bar. When you're doing them for a workout, you want to wrap your thumb around the bar so that you can work on your forearm strength. So, this might be a little wobbly, so but I'm going to go shoulder width apart, palms facing away. I'm going to hang, contract my abs, point my toes, contract my shoulders, engage scapula muscle down the center of the back, and thrust up all in one motion. So you're going to pop up over the bar, as high as you can, come back down. Back over, back down. Up and over, back down. Do it where you fall into it though. And fall back to the dead hang. By doing this, you're going to definitely make your pull-ups a whole heck of a lot easier. Here's one last look at the technique. By doing this technique, you're not going to do any kipping, and you're going to have a lot more power. Also, you get a slight back lean when you do it. That's why you point your toes, contract your abs, keep it that way throughout the whole movement. Thrust up by engaging your shoulders and your scapula, looking straight ahead, get your chin over the bar, and then go straight back down, and then repeat the repetitions.